11 p.m. I repeat, this scared him. The words whispered out, "We aren't trying to hurt you." My session with the Yamaha keyboards and the 12-string and the 7-string electric, which I didn't know existed. Boy, this thing is hot. It is hot and piping, and it's most likely caffeinated. And that's Guitar Center. And I got a screen protector for it too. So
a place to stand outside, to observe, to understand, but every position.
First door knock, 1.1. Next door knock, 3.4. Looks like the cat on the cover of Catnappers. A reading from 2019.
Robot is working. I'm cleaning the floor. Thank you for stopping at the assistance.
Got myself a hot dog. And kind of CQT a little bit. Put a little bit of them banana peppers and onions. Doing a $5 deal. You get 2 grillers, and I got a couple of hot dogs, but I didn't get a bread on the other one, and a bag of chips, which is alone usually about $5. So these do $5 for I got an extra dog. It's not bad, really. was going to do a new training thing with Rib where they actually can fly. So they have these like hovercraft things that go on their feet, and then they have wings where they can propel them around and they could fly around, just like kind of like it's kind of like new technology. They kind of hover around and they can fly and stuff. They've got like these little wings that come out, and they can glide really high, and they can fly around the tower and like stick to the glass with these little suction cup things and like Spider-Man kind of stuff. It'd be cool, and I might do that one. That'd be a training chapter on learning to fly. So they use drones too for the cameras and stuff like that, and to watch over them. And also, drones can have attachments where they can swing off to like one of the drones. The drones are like really powerful, and then like a cable can connect to the drone, and they can pull them, things like that in the air. So how I was going to design it is the wings have these little spinning hovercraft things, like, you know, drones have it, but the wings come out and then it starts, you know, there's like these little circular hovercraft things. It lifts them up, and then they can glide. Then they have them on the boots too, so they can take off in the air, straight up in the air, up to like, you know, they have to wear a little mask. They can go very high up in the air, probably as high as an airplane. You know, as high as any airplane, because they can wear suits. So that team would be called the Angel Team. It's a new team with Rib. So they learn to fly, and they're known as the Angels. So since the dwarf knows all about, you know, philosophy and astrophysics and the NE theory and things like that, he basically, hold on for a second. He can, I can just do this right here. He basically, what he can do is, give me 1 second. Okay, so the drones have like energy things that they can hook up to their suit, and it can fly around, and then they can re-energize. The drones can also snipe, and most of them are small, like helicopter drones, or like quad drones, kind of, you could say, about the size of a throwing disc, you know, or like the size of a personal drone, you know, not too big. Yes, no more bigger than like a beach ball or a soccer ball. And they can do sort of reconnaissance for them, and they can spy, like they can, you know, and they can overwatch on them. And they're also artificial intelligence programmed by the dwarf, and they can help refuel their suits because they can fly. Basically, like wings, and they've got hovercraft ability on the boots, so they can fly up and stuff like that. And eventually, there'll be underwater stuff for sequels and stuff. They'll also be able to go underwater. So the suits are can be controlled by solar, and this, you know, in the NE theory, well, the NE new energy. So it's like they're unlimited amount of energy, almost pretty much unlimited amount of energy. And also the suits have the capability of going into outer space as well, which they can do at times, and have storage on the moon and things like that in future episodes. And then eventually down the line, they'll kind of time travel in a way. It'll be like parallel universe jumping. They'll jump through parallel universes and stuff. Pretty much my favorite butterfly knife. All right, another thing they can do, I'm talking about the red soldiers, or known as angels. They can cloak. They have this actual cloak that they wear, and it's controlled by a computer, and it's got like basically like almost like screens on it, and it just cloaks into nature. They just completely disappear. So one minute they're there, the next minute they have a cloak over them, and they're completely invisible. So they have cloaking devices too, and their suits are anti-thermal, so you can't pick them up on thermal at all. They're virtually anywhere. They're like invisible. They could be anywhere. He had his food, the regular fancy fees. The outdoor kitty, she had his leftover fancy fees.